Check, check. Check for audio. 1, 2, 3, 4. Check, check, check. Audio check, audio check. Is audio working properly, guys? Yes. Okay. Just hold on. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. Are you all there? Can you see me? Can you hear me? Am I audible? Am I visible? Just a round of confirmation. Great. Wonderful, wonderful. Good to see you all guys present on a beautiful Sunday morning. And let me take this opportunity to welcome you all. Great. Great to see so many people already logged in. It's a beautiful Sunday morning, isn't it? It's raining cats and dogs in this part of the country. I'm talking about Mumbai. Okay. So you know how it rains in Mumbai? It pours. It doesn't rain, it pours. Right. And I think it's happening similar kind of rains in different parts of the country. Great. Okay. Right. Let's have a quick round of introduction in the chat. Just your location, please, so that I know people are logging in from which all places. Just your location. Shubhendu says West Bengal. Bangalore says Sridhar. Raju, Jackson. Abdul Qadir says Kolkata. Doctor says Hyderabad. Okay. I mean, thick and fast. Names are running thick and fast. Kolkata says Sumit. USA says Vikas from I-414. Great. Not only from India, but across the borders. I mean, photography has no boundaries. That shows. Okay. And I'm glad to see so many people logged in on a beautiful Sunday morning. And that too, when you could have decided to sleep your time way into the Sunday morning. But then since you made it a point to attend the program, right? The masterclass, the onus is on me now. The onus is on me to give you your worth, the time's worth, right? So don't worry, you are in safe hands. Just stick around for the next 90 minutes or so, and whatever I have promised will be delivered. Okay. At the end of the session, I will be asking you this question again. Have I fulfilled the promise? And you should tell me very frankly, yes, no. Right. Great. So without any further ado, Let's get started. Not a single moment to lose. A lot of exciting things coming your way, and we will be sticking to the agenda. Right? Sharing my screen. Right. Okay. Some people are saying Hindi. So मैं आशा करता हूँ हिंदी इंग्लिश दोनों आपके लिए ठीक रहेगा. इंग्लिश इफ आई कुड से, ठीक है. हिंदी इंग्लिश. डॉक्टर विवेकानंद से बिल्कुल बढ़िया है. तो शुरू करते हैं दोस्तों. लेट मी शेयर माय स्क्रीन. राइट. Learn cameras manual mode in 90 minutes. 21st July, 11 a.m. So this is the agenda. Okay. We are all photographers logging in from different parts of the country, sharing the same passion, which is photography, but going through the same pain. Right? How many of you agree? Right? The early birth pangs, which is, just a moment. Just hold on. Just give me a moment. Yes, where is it? Yeah. Okay, the early birth pangs, which is everybody is a photographer till it comes to manual mode. Isn't it? How many of you agree with this statement? That everybody is a photographer till it comes to manual mode. In the chat box, ladies, gentlemen, boys and girls, let it be a very interactive session. Let me see your participation. Whenever I am asking questions, make use of the chat so that I know that you are live and kicking. Okay? Great. So these are the early birth pangs which every photographer, beginner photographer faces, and that is what we are here for. We'll be deciphering the manual mode once and for all. Clear? What is the agenda for the next 90 minutes? Let us be very clear on it. Nothing more, nothing less. To the point, a definitive takeaway from this webinar, right? Not that you just come here because somebody has asked you to report to a masterclass, but then at the end of the webinar, I mean, there is nothing definitive to take away, but here it is different. Why manual mode is important? That is what we are going to discuss today. Okay. The 3 secrets to mastering the manual mode. I'm going to share 3 secrets. If you pay attention carefully, you would be able to understand it very clearly, and it will benefit you in your beautiful journey called photography. Photography is not only science, but also an art. Isn't it? Just understanding the technicalities of your DSLR, your camera, your mobile phone is not good enough. You might have the best of equipment, but then if you are not artistically inclined, right, it will show in your pictures. Not so good pictures, I would say. Right? And many of you would be already experiencing that phase. I will be gifting every photographer a gift, a lovely gift, which you would cherish for a lifetime. That's my promise. Okay, what is that gift? I mean, even though it says 5,000 rupees, I believe it's priceless. Okay, but then it is for people who are passionate, who are dedicated and who would be spending the next 90 minutes with me through the webinar, okay, through the masterclass, understanding the nitty-gritties, trying to imbibe, absorb whatever is being taught to you. Okay, towards the end, I will be giving your worthy gift. Okay, more on the gift later, right? Last but not the least, opportunity to join the photography course at an amazing offer price. Okay, towards the end, I will be telling you, for all those people who want to take the next step from this 90 minutes masterclass to a longer duration program course, here is your opportunity. Fine. But then this is all towards the end, because what is the agenda? Manual mode. And that is what we are going to stick to. Who is this webinar for? Of course, all those who are present here are welcome, right? Of the thousands of people who would have received my post, you are the one who have taken the decision to log in to this webinar on time. So I would like to believe you are one of the chosen ones, right? It is for people who are passionate about photography, right? And want to learn the art and science of it, which I believe all those people present here are. Working professionals, okay, doing the 9-to-5 jobs, lot of stress in office, lot of office politics, okay, looking out for avenue to rejuvenate themselves, learn something creative, okay, and why not photography, right? So it is for people who want to develop a creative hobby, and at the same time, they can even create a side hustle for themselves. Okay, you understand side hustle, right? A little bit of paisa. थोड़ा पैसा कमाए तो क्या उसमें खराबी है, right? So it is for those people, part-time photographers. ये वर्कशॉप उन लोगों के लिए है जैसे कि स्टूडेंट्स, जैसे कि हमारी हाउसवाइफ्स, okay, who want to develop photography is not only as a hobby, but then as a rewarding profession. It's a visual world, it's a visual medium nowadays. Okay, जो दिखता है वही बिकता है. Lot of demand for photographers, videographers, editors. Okay, click pictures, post it on Facebook, Instagram, record reels, edit reels, make it swanky and then post it, right? You've seen what's happening with the Ambanis? Every day, somebody or the other is posting some exciting reels, and it's talk of the world, right? A lot of photographers are in demand. So a rewarding profession definitely on the cards. It is for people who simply want to get out of their cameras auto mode once and for all and start using their sophisticated, costly DSLRs, mirrorless cameras, which they have bought or has been gifted to them by their near and dear ones in an optimum way. Right? Now is the time to just pick up the camera from the cupboard, which it has been lying there for so many days, if not months and years. Right? So for those people, definitely I'm going to ensure that I motivate you enough to pick up your camera from that corner in the cupboard, right? Clear? Or for those people who don't care about DSLRs, right? But then they're happy with their mobile cameras because they have the latest mobile camera with them, okay? The iPhones of the world. But then they are not quite happy with the results they're getting in terms of the photographs that they clicked, right? I always say It is the person behind the camera that matters, not the camera. Okay. I hope you understand what I'm meaning, right? So for those people with latest cameras, they definitely have a pro mode in it. You can make use of it by understanding what is being taught today, the science of photography, the art of photography. Clear? Are we clear? How many of you present here have a DSLR, a mirrorless, or any camera with a manual mode? In the chat box, let me see. How many of you have? You can also type in the model number if you know. Come on, guys. D750, I see one. R7, 1500D. Okay, no camera, only mobiles. D7200, 7200. Yes, good. A lot of people with DSLRs 50 Mark II. Great. Okay. Good to see that many of you already have a DSLR with them. Let me ensure that you start making good use of your equipment. Okay. Stick around. Don't go away. Okay. The party has just started, right? Great. Let's move on, ladies and gentlemen. Okay, so thank you once again for all those people who have logged in. Okay, I see a full house here. Many of you might be wondering why we have come here. Somebody has called us. किसने बुलाया और हम चले आए, right? क्यों हम इसकी बात सुने? कौन है ये? For all those people who are a little apprehensive about my credentials, a little bit about myself, ladies and gentlemen, my name is Amol Patil. This is yours truly, Amol Patil. I'm the founder of Masterpix, which is a leading photography agency operating out of Mumbai, Thane to be precise. Okay. So if I'm not shooting my clients, I am writing. Yes. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm the author of The Ultimate Guide to Photography Fundamentals, which is a collection of photography cheat sheets, right? The cover page that you see, and that's me on the cover page, right? It is a collection of cheat sheets, meaning complex topics of photography explained in a very simple and easy to understand way with less of text, but more of pictures, illustration, diagrams. Picture talks 1,000 words. So that is what I have designed, right? If I am not shooting my clients, if I am not writing a book or a blog or making videos for all my students on Instagram, I'm teaching, I'm interacting, I'm engaging with enthusiastic students like you, like in this webinar, this masterclass, right? I teach photography. I'm a photography educator of repute. And in the past 10 years, I have taught more than 10,000 people the art and science of photography, okay, through various mediums, whether it is live workshops that I conduct at my studio in Mumbai, or the online medium that we are engaging in today, or for that matter, the different places I travel across India, conducting webinars, okay, not webinars, but then what do you say, workshops, right? So that's a little bit about myself, more about me coming your way, right? So don't worry, you are in safe hands. You will find it for yourself if you experience this masterclass till the end, okay? Like most of you present here, I was also part of the corporate world for many years, donkey's years, as they say. Basically, I'm an engineer by education, an MBA by education, but a photographer at heart, right? Even though I was stuck up with the corporate job, my calling was photography. I realized that after a good 25 years. This is my actual office, okay? I worked with the top MNCs of this country, of this world, be it the Tata Group, the Voltas, okay, Reliance Industries. मोटा भाई के साथ भी काम किया है हमने, ओके. बट देन मोटा भाई को कभी हमने देखा ही नहीं इतने सालों में, राइट. So this is what happens, ladies and gentlemen. I mean, in these big corporations, I mean, you are just a drop in the ocean, right? The swanky office, it has 35-40,000 people working in a single campus. And I always felt that I'm just a drop in the ocean. Okay, so somewhere at the back of the mind, I always had this feeling. But then, yes, that is what happens. And then you start out looking out for avenues to keep yourself motivated. Okay, particularly after the wrong side of 40s, like me, right? After having spent a lot of time with the corporates that you have been working for, right? For your kids, for your family, a little time you deserve for yourself, right? So that is why you find a lot of clubs nowadays: jogging club, long distance running club, photography cycling club, right? What is that? The strongman, Ironmans of the world. Why do you think people are suddenly getting into all these things, right? And now with experience, it strikes me that yes, you deserve something for yourself now. The time you have spent for others, now it's for you. Okay, so that is what got me started. But then it actually began 10 years while I was working with Reliance Industries. Okay, so let me just tell you a very interesting story how it actually started for me. I'm sure many of you would resonate with my story. I mean, there was this particular group in my office. Okay, during lunch breaks, tea breaks, they used to get in a corner, discuss something, and I overheard them talking about photography. That got me interested. Okay, the curiosity in me got the best of me, right? So I asked one of the friends from the group, भाई तुम करते क्या हो, क्या photography, क्या camera की बात करते हो? And he said, okay, that he is part of a photography group, the photography club in office, and they go out and take photographs and they discuss photographs and things like that. Oh, I said, oh wow, so many years in office and I never got to know of this club. And then I asked him the next question. Wow, so tell me, what kind of photographs you click? Can you show me some? And then this is the photograph that he flashed on his office laptop. Ladies and gentlemen, can you see it on your screens? The picture which my learned photographer friend showed to me as one of his best photographs. Okay, I mean, nothing to take away from my dear friend, but then somewhere at the back of my mind, I felt there was nothing compelling about this particular picture. At that point in time, I didn't realize what freeze the action was or motion blur was, probably what he was trying to show me, or the depth of field. But then just looking at the picture, I said, if my friend who thinks of himself as a learned photographer can click such simple and mediocre pictures, yes, mediocre is the term. Okay, let me be very frank. Such mediocre pictures, I can do better. Okay, so that got me going कि भाई कुछ करना है तो करते हैं, और फोटोग्राफी में कैमरा तो था नहीं, राइट. बट देन जैसे मैंने बोला, कुछ करना है अभी. So this is what actually started, and then the next thing happened. A lot of things were going in my mind about photography, how I should start, how I should learn. And then I decided to borrow a camera from my dear friend, one of my dear friends, not from the office, but my chaddi buddy, so called. Okay, and I was pretty sure that there should not be any problem. But then My dear friend declined to grant me that favor. He refused to lend me his camera. Can you believe it? चड्डी बड्डी हम बोलते थे कि एक दूसरे के लिए जान दे देंगे और एक कैमरा नहीं दे पा रहा है. एंड द रीजन ही टोल्ड मी वाज उसकी वाइफ नहीं मान रही है कैमरा देने के लिए दोस्त को. राइट, वाइफ इज नॉट परमिटिंग हिम. I mean, I was really saddened. I was really taken aback. But then I don't blame him. I mean, he's a very good friend till now. And I always tell him that it is because of him that I have become a professional photographer of repute now. Because once I got this regret message from him, the fire inside me started burning even more. मैं बोला अभी तो कुछ करके ही रहेंगे इसमें, छोड़ेंगे नहीं. ओके, नहीं दे रहा है कैमरा तो क्या हुआ? And which camera is talking about? He had that Canon HX50, a zoom camera. Okay, it was 10 years back. Maybe at that point in time, it was a latest camera. But then, anyway, what I decided to go on my own, and the self-learning began. Okay, just hold on. Yes. And the self-learning began. I started going through the YouTube videos, through the camera manual, getting in touch with my friends from office who were part of the photography club. I became a member of the photography club, and then it all started. Okay, started learning on photography. And ladies and gentlemen, the pictures that you see on your screens are the first set of pictures which I clicked after reading a little bit about photography, watching the videos on my family outing. Okay, a family picnic, right? With the humble point and shoot. Can you see this? This is the actual camera which I used. And mind you, I was really amazed. The burst mode with freeze the action, the illusion of the sweet little girl with the shoes, right? A frame in a frame. See? And again, the typical sun in the hand shot. Every photographer, beginner shot. It gives you a lot of kick, right? And it happened to me as well. I was really amazed that I have learned photography and I have made an effort to click these pictures. And great. I posted it on the social media and my friends praised it. That gave me a lot of boost. And that is how the actual journey started 10 years back. Right? First pictures. I still have them. And now, 10 years down the line, I have the best of equipments, the latest cameras, the Z8s of the world, the Kodak's lighting systems, right? I have a fully equipped studio where I conduct my photography gigs. Satisfied customers, clients, right? I mean, I'm not into a walk-in studio kind of a stuff where people walk in just for a passport size pictures. 100 rupees में कितने 100 रुपए में कितने photos मिलते हैं passport के, right? You get a bunch of pictures and different sizes, some 10-15 pictures in 100-200 rupees. ऐसा चिरी मिरी काम नहीं करना है. Okay, if you want to get into things which you're passionate about. So people come to me for those pictures which we call as corporate headshots, right? Professional headshots for which picture matters. The first impression is the last impression, okay? There's a difference between a headshot and a mugshot, okay? Can you see the difference? Okay, and ladies and gentlemen, all the CFOs, CEOs, CTOs of these large corporations, they know the value of the first impression. Okay. And they come to me for corporate headshots. And where people are charging 100, 200 rupees for a passport size picture, I mean, I charge about 25, 30, 40 grants for a corporate to get the pictures clicked. Okay. Nothing to boast about, just to tell you that make yourself worth that money. Okay. And it comes with a lot of patience and training and perseverance. The point is that I, under Masterpix, also conduct weddings, not conduct, I capture and record weddings for my clients, right? I have my studio, so studio shoots I do, whether it is maternity shoots, baby shoots, family portraits, indoors, outdoors, passion, glamour, right? Tabletop, food photography. This is what under Masterpix we cater to for our clients, right? Why I'm showing you all these pictures? Because one piece of advice for all you beginner photographers. Okay, let me just complete it. Wildlife, right? Birds, mammals. I mean, birds and animals to click, okay, you need money. You have to travel across, you have to book safaris, okay? So you have to pay money to click birds and animals, okay? But by clicking people, they pay you money, right? So I am a hardcore commercial photographer, but then a passionate wildlife photographer, right? So I make it a point to travel, chase birds and animals across India. I've been to the tiger reserves of Tadoba, Pench, Ranthambore, or the bird sanctuaries of Bharatpur, Sattal, Nainital, Pangot, right? So this is what I do. I mean, I've been to Masai Mara. Every photographer, wildlife photographer's dream. Fine. Okay. So the point I was coming to was at the beginning of your career. Okay. At the beginning of your journey, photography journey, don't restrict yourself to say, I want to do only wildlife photography. People call me saying that, sir, I want to learn portrait photography. I want to learn weddings. I want to do baby shoots. Don't restrict. I want to do food photography. I always advise my students that you should learn photography. And once you have a camera in hand, it will not tell you that you can only click birds, you can only click people, you can only click things, right? You can only click nature. No. Once you have learned photography, you should do all sorts of, all genre of photography you should practice, right? And time will come when you will decide which is that one particular area you want to stick to, right? And then the others will take a back seat. But then don't say that, okay, I only click birds. अरे भाई, सामने से शेर आएगा तो आप नहीं खींच पाओगे क्या? सामने से कोई लड़की आई तो आप नहीं फोटो खींच पाओगे, राइट ना? सो मेक योरसेल्फ कॉम्पिटेंट इनफ टू डू एनी सॉर्ट्स ऑफ फोटोग्राफी, राइट? सो जब भी मुझे कोई कॉल आता है, मेरा आंसर कभी ना नहीं होता है. हाँ हाँ, हम करते हैं करते हैं करते हैं, राइट? एंड देन वंस आई शेयर देम द पिक्चर्स, दे नो दैट द फोटोग्राफर नोज हिज skills. Fine, great. Chaliye, let's move on, ladies and gentlemen. Okay, it took me 10 long years to reach at my destination where I am today. I shared my true story. I hope it. How many of you felt the story resonated with yours? Tell me very frankly. Okay, photographer or doctor से कोई कुछ छुपाता नहीं है. Come on, come on. How many of you feel you are going through the same phase which I had gone through? Come on, I'm having a look at the chat. Yes. Corporate story resonates. Yes, yes, yes. Right. See, I mean, I'm not saying that you should all quit your jobs and get into photography just like that. Okay. Even if you develop photography as a hobby, a serious hobby, it will help you in your professional life. Trust me on that. Okay. Because your mind is creatively involved in something which is other than your regular 9 to 5. When you look forward to that weekend where you will be going out with your friends on a photo walk or on a safari or something like that, it keeps you motivated, it keeps you charged up throughout the week. Okay. And then once you are there on the ground, in the jungles, it rejuvenates you to be back into your job, and the cycle continues. It helps you. Okay. So it helps you not only in photography, but also in your career. Okay. So don't take it as my advice. कोई recommendation नहीं है कि नौकरी छोड़ के photography करो. Right. But then pursue something which you are passionate about. If it is photography, which I would like to believe, since you are all here, you should. Great. It took me 10 long years, but then पहले 5 साल में मैंने ऑटो मोड को छुआ ही नहीं था. Okay, I have gone through the same route which you are going through. फोटोग्राफी में मैनुअल मोड होता है, वो कैसे चलता है समझ में नहीं आया वीडियोस देखने के बाद भी. So I stuck to the auto modes for good 5 years. It was only later that I switched on to auto modes, manual modes, and much more. Okay, and I give all the credit to my mentors. Okay, from where I learned. Okay, a lot of good photographers I follow. I attend their workshops, and I have learned a lot of things from them. Fine, great. Moving on. I have gone through the same route, and that is what comes out in my courses, my webinars, my workshops, physical, online, whatever. Okay, I've gone through the pain points. I know the pain points. Okay, why do my students want to reinvent the whole wheel again? How many of you do you think have the patience to perceive, forget photography, anything for 10 years? Right? You might do it for a few months, years, but then eventually there will be, you will be losing focus. So here I am, I help my students, okay? I crunch all these experience of the past 10 years, 12 years into my workshops, and I present to them on a platter. Okay, 10,000 people I have taught the art and science of photography. Okay, right from one-to-one sessions to a group of hundreds, right? Great. Chalo, let's move on. Let's move on to the agenda. Okay, introduction bolte bolte काफी लंबा हो गया, but then I hope I was making sense, right? But then now that the introduction is over, let's get to the core agenda. Learn manual mode in the next 60 minutes. Fine? Before we start, all those people who stay till the end of this particular masterclass are eligible for photography cheat sheets. Can you see this? Right? Photography cheat sheets. Complex topics of photography with a lot of pictures, diagrams, and illustrations. The complete set you will be getting. Right? So what I have mentioned during the initial slides is this. Completely free. A PDF copy of course. So stick around. And an opportunity to join my course on photography if you want to upgrade from the 90-minute webinar to a full-fledged course which is structured in a way to teach you photography, right from basics to advanced. Okay. It's called complete photography mentoring program, but everything towards the end. Fine? Great. Ready? Let's start with the manual mode, and manual mode starts with श्री गणेशा किसके साथ होता है? Exposure triangle. Shutter, aperture, and ISO. These are the three sides of the exposure triangle. These three parameters must balance each other to give you the correct exposure. Right? These three parameters must balance each other to give you the correct exposure. A lot of things are there on your screen. Don't get unduly confused because I'm going to cover each parameter individually so that you understand in depth. Okay? Just remember, सिर्फ इतना ध्यान रखिए कि एक्सपोजर ट्रायंगल का अंडरस्टैंडिंग बहुत जरूरी है अगर आपको कैमरा मैनुअल मोड में सेट करना है. Photography is all about writing with light, painting with light, playing with light. Okay? Can you see this? First slide. और मैंने बहुत जरूरी बात आपके साथ शेयर की है. If you remember this particular statement, photography will become quite easy for you to understand and follow. और वो क्या है? Photography कुछ नहीं है. Photography is all about light. अगर लाइट के साथ आप पेंटिंग करते हैं, राइटिंग करते हैं, प्लेइंग करते हैं, तो वो फोटोग्राफी कहलाती है. I'm going to prove this point at every slide. Okay? You will find it for yourself. Moving on, as I said, each parameter is going to be dealt in great detail as we progress, starting with aperture. What is aperture? Aperture is the opening in the lens that controls the amount of light, and at the same time, it has an impact on depth of field. Okay, a lot of jargons. Do you feel a lot of jargons in the definition? Photography jargons confusing you more? Don't worry, just pay attention here. Just refer to the illustration. Okay. As you increase the aperture diameter, aperture ये भाग जो होता है, ये पार्ट होता है आपके लेंस में. ओके. अगर आप aperture का diameter size बढ़ाएंगे from left to right, what will happen? Okay. More light will come inside the camera and the picture will become bright. जब आप खिड़की खोलते हो तो क्या होता है? रूम में उजाला होता है, isn't it? और उसी तरह अगर आप aperture का diameter कम करेंगे तो it will cut off light. फोटोग्राफ आपका डार्क हो जाएगा. खिड़की बंद कर दिया, अंधेरा, सो जाओ, जैसे आज आप दोपहर को करोगे खाना वगैरह खा के, राइट? लेकिन अभी मत सो जाना. अभी ध्यान देके देखना, फायदे की चीज है. क्लियर? फोटोग्राफी इज ऑल अबाउट लाइट. एपर्चर कंट्रोल्स लाइट. बिग एपर्चर, स्मॉल एपर्चर. आपके कैमरा में आपको एपर्चर का यूनिट एफ नंबर से दिखाई देता है, राइट? ध्यान देके देखा होगा अगर आपने मैनुअल मोड में, तो F5, F5.6, F8, F12, F16 इस तरीके से आपको नंबर्स दिखते हैं. तो मैं आपको अभी एक चीज बताने जा रहा हूं. जस्ट पे अटेंशन. दीज आर कॉल्ड F numbers, and F numbers are the unit of measurement of aperture. Bigger the F number, smaller is the aperture diameter. Smaller the F number, bigger is the aperture diameter. बस इतना याद रखना. इनवर्स कोरिलेशनशिप, उल्टा होता है. ओके okay? जैसे यहां पे F2.8 है, सबसे बड़ा है, राइट? F8 सबसे छोटा है. F12, F16, F22 और भी छोटा होगा, राइट? Aperture also has an impact on depth of field. What is depth of field? the background blur, right? How many here photographers present here, or how many people present here are really curious and want to click pictures with a soft, creamy and blurry background? In the chat box, कितने लोगों को फोटोग्राफ निकालना है जो बैकग्राउंड एकदम सॉफ्ट एंड क्रीमी है? चलिए बताइए. बट देन समझ में नहीं आ रहा है कि कैसे होता है, राइट? Yes, Prasad is raising his hand. Okay, a lot of people saying that they want to click pictures. Screen पे ध्यान दीजिए. If you click a picture with a small aperture, you will get high depth of field. What do you mean by high depth of field? High depth of field is everything behind the subject will be sharp and in focus, crisp, crystal clear. Okay, you can not only see the subject here, but also the trees and the clouds in the sky. It's called high depth of field. Fine. But जैसे ही आप आपके aperture का size बढ़ाते जाते हो from left to right, see what is happening to the background. It is becoming more and more blur. Okay, it's becoming hazy, soft and creamy. और जब भी आपका aperture सबसे बड़ा होता है, तब आपका background सबसे ज्यादा blur होता है. Can you see this? You just cannot make out what's there behind the subject, isn't it? Right? Clear what aperture does to the depth of field, how it affects depth of field? Just to summarize on aperture, bigger the aperture, more is the light, shallow is the depth of field. Smaller the aperture, less is the light, high is the depth of field. Clear? Right. Prasad, mobile mein everything is in auto modes. I'm talking about manual mode, okay? In auto modes, aperture is set automatically, Prasad. Okay, by the way, all your questions we will take towards the end in the Q&A session, where I'll give you the opportunity to interact with me directly live. Right now, I won't be able to pay attention to the chat and to the presentation. Okay, so please pardon me for that, but then do make it a point to ask your questions in the Q&A. Clear on aperture? Great. Right, moving on. Okay. अच्छा, ये सब रह जाता है क्या? Can you see this picture? What is the first thing that comes to your mind? What is the first thing that strikes your eye? Tell me, in this picture, what is the first thing that gets into your eye? Okay, the background blur, right? Absolutely. Bokeh, as it is called. Bokeh, bouquet, whatever, right? And it has happened because it has been clicked at f2.8. Smaller the f number, bigger the aperture, shallow is the depth of field. See how beautifully the background lights have turned into diamonds, isn't it? It has turned into diamonds. So what is the purpose of creating a soft, creamy background effect? Because it helps you isolate the subject from the background. Okay, if there is absolutely blur in the background, not able to make out what's there, the focus of your audience will directly come onto your subject, which is sharp, in focus, and crystal clear and sharp. It helps you isolate your subject from the background. So that is the primary objective of deploying a shallow depth of field, and that is why people like watching a shallow depth of field image, because their focus is on the main point of interest, isn't it? Okay. So now why the focus is sharp onto the couple here, right? It is sharp into, I mean, the focus is sharp because the focus point is on the eye of the subject. Okay, always focus on the eye of your subject. Okay, not the nose, not the head, not the hands, always on the eye. The green square should be on the eye. Eye should be the sharpest in the picture. Fine? Right. So, see, photography is not only science. शटर अपर्चर एंड आईएसओ एक बात है, वो तो आपको आनी ही चाहिए एज अ सीरियस फोटोग्राफर, बट देन द composition, what are the things that you should pay attention to? You have to be mastering that as well. So I always tell photography is not only science but also an art. See now, can you see? The groom's head has been deliberately chopped off. Nothing wrong in it. Okay, even though I had the full picture with the head, complete head, I made it a point to chop off the head. लोग बोलेंगे अरे कैसा फोटोग्राफर है, मेरा सर काट दिया. नहीं, सर इसलिए काटा ताकि फोकस आपके आंखों पे आए, right, towards the expressions on the face, the twinkle in the eye. इसीलिए वो हेड उसका चॉप किया गया है. Okay, so these are the things which, apart from the technical factors, as a photographer you should always pay your attention to, right? Great. चलिए आगे बढ़े. This is an example of shallow depth of field. Tell me, अगर shallow depth of field portraits में यूज हो रहा है जहां पे आपको बैकग्राउंड ब्लर की जरूरत है, हाई डेप्थ ऑफ फील्ड कहां यूज होता है? हाई डेप्थ ऑफ फील्ड कहां यूज होता है? Okay, moving on to the next slide. Yes, group photographs, or should I say landscapes, as you can see on your screens here, right? F number is 16. Bigger the F number, smaller is the aperture diameter, higher is the depth of field. That is the reason why you see the white horse is in focus, the brown horse is also sharp, the children playing are also sharp and clear, the trees, the clouds, midground, foreground, background, everything is in focus, sharp and clear. Why? Because of 16, shallow depth of field. Isn't it? So here you don't want to isolate any subject. You want everything to be clear. And that is the requirement of a typical landscape. A landscape where you have only one focal plane in focus and everything behind blur will not look good. Okay? So you use high depth of field for landscapes, for group photos, as somebody mentioned here. Right? Where people are standing one behind the other. So not only people in the first row should be in focus, but also in the last row. Otherwise, if you are putting a shallow depth of field, then the last row people will all be out of focus. Clear? Chaliye. Moving on. Second parameter of exposure triangle, shutter speed. Okay. The length of time during which the camera shutter remains open, okay, to expose the sensor is called shutter speed. And it also has an impact on the action happening in front. Okay. So what is the action happening in front? How it controls light? Moving on to the illustration. Just pay your attention here. Shutter speed is the amount of time that the shutter remains open. Just hold on for a moment. Yeah. It is measured in seconds. The unit of measurement is seconds. सेंसर के सामने आपका कुछ इस तरीके से शटर होता है, दो भाग होते हैं, फर्स्ट कर्टन एंड सेकंड कर्टन. जैसे ही आप फोटोग्राफ खींचते हो शटर ओपन हो जाता है, राइट, और फिर क्लोज हो जाता है. इसी दरमियान लाइट ये गैप में से अंदर आ जाती है और एक्सपोज करता है आपको सेंसर को. और कितना टाइम तक ये शटर ओपन रहता है वो कहलाता है शटर स्पीड in seconds. As you increase the shutter speed from right to left, see what happens. Okay. Shutter opens and closes very fast, allowing less time for the light to enter, और उसकी वजह से फोटोग्राफ आपका हो जाता है डार्क, right? On the other hand, if you decrease the shutter speed from left to right, shutter is remaining open for a longer duration of time before it closes, and you get a brighter picture. Clear? शटर किस तरीके से आपके लाइट को इंपैक्ट करता है. फोटोग्राफी इज ऑल अबाउट लाइट, राइट. खिड़की पे पर्दे होते हैं, अगर आप पर्दे खोल दोगे तो क्या होगा, ब्राइटनेस बढ़ जाएगा रूम में. अगर आप पर्दे बंद कर दोगे तो क्या होगा, अंधेरा, राइट. ग्रेट. Second thing which shutter has an impact on is action. What is that? As you can see on the screens, as you increase the shutter speed from left to right, what happens? Okay, when the shutter speed is high, you get freeze the action, meaning a person running, you get freeze the action. Can you see this? This is freeze the action, whereas this is motion blur. Can you see the trails? Freeze the action, motion blur. So if you're clicking a picture at high shutter speed, it helps you get freeze the action. As you decrease the shutter speed from left to right, you start getting motion blur of the moving person. And when your shutter is really very low, 1 second, 2 second, 5 second, 15 second, you get a complete motion blur, right? On the other hand, if you increase the shutter speed, it helps you freeze the action, right? Now you know why whenever you click a picture of a group, you always tell as a photographer ना, भाई हिलना नहीं तो क्या हो जाएगा, गब्बर आ जाएगा. नहीं, because somewhere at the back of your mind you know that if somebody moves, it will have a motion blur effect. Clear? Great. Moving on. Example. See, just understanding technical aspects of camera and photography is not good enough. As a photographer, you need to know how to implement it and get the best results. Okay. As you can see on your screens, it is a good example of freeze the action because the shutter speed was really very high, 1,000 of a second. Okay, mind you, it is 1,000 of a second, 1/1000. मतलब क्या है, 1 सेकेंड को आपने 1000 भाग कर दिए उसके, और आपका फोटोग्राफ सिर्फ उसमें एक 1000वां पार्ट में बन रहा है. So that's how fast the shutter opens and closes. What happens? You get freeze the action. The bird in flight has been properly captured and frozen in time, isn't it? Which bird is this? Any birders in the group? Any birders in the group? Which bird is this? Okay. See, even before I joined photography, started doing it seriously. I mean, for me, crows and sparrows and parrots were the only birds. Okay, there were other birds, but I never knew what the names were. But since started practicing photography, chasing birds, clicking birds, I started learning more about them. Okay, so this is how photography helps you. Great. Green bee eater. Okay, woodpecker. Desai Sahib, it's a green bee eater. Great. Yes, coming back to freeze the action. Every photographer's dream to capture a bird in flight. It's called BIF. One of the things that is important is high shutter speed. Apart from that, there are many other things which have to be in place to get a good freeze the action. Okay, right. Can you see? Excuse me. Let me pick up a. Can you see? The bird is on one side of the frame, whereas there is more space on the other side. Okay. That's because I have made it a point to follow the rule of third. What is rule of third? Anybody knows? Imagine your frame to be divided by two vertical and two horizontal lines. Fine? Two vertical and two horizontal lines. How many points of intersection? How many points of intersection in the chat box? These are called power points. The 4 points are called power points. And as a photographer, you should always ensure that your subject is lying on either of the power point, 1, 2, 3, or 4. Fine? Either of the power point. Why? Because anybody who is looking at your picture, his first line of vision would be towards the PowerPoint. And if you have something interesting at that PowerPoint, the picture will be compelling. समझ में आ रही है बात? साइंस हैज प्रूवन, ये मैं नहीं बोल रहा हूं, साइंस हैज प्रूवन कि जो भी आपके फोटोग्राफ को देखता है, फॉर दैट मैटर अगर आप दुनिया को भी देख रहे हो तो फर्स्ट लाइन ऑफ विजन इज टुवर्ड्स द पावर पॉइंट. आपकी नेचुरली जो नजर पड़ती है वो पावर पॉइंट पे ही जाती है पहले, और अगर कोई चीज वहां पे इंटरेस्टिंग है तो आपको वो पसंद आती है. फाइन. सो दैट इज द रीजन व्हाई रूल ऑफ 1/3 इज वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट इन फोटोग्राफी. ठीक है ना? एंड हियर इट इज मेकिंग सेंस, राइट? सो इसीलिए कभी भी फोटोग्राफ आप सब्जेक्ट को सेंटर में रख के नहीं निकालना. क्यों? बिकॉज इफ द सब्जेक्ट इज इन द सेंटर, व्हाट विल हैपन? द पावर पॉइंट आर मिसिंग. फाइन? गेटिंग माय पॉइंट? Never click a picture because the PowerPoint is here, 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 and here, not on the body of the subject. चलिए, fine. Second thing, जिस तरफ आपका सब्जेक्ट देख रहा है, जिस चेहरा जिसका जिस तरफ है, एनिमल हो, बर्ड हो या इंसान हो, ज्यादा स्पेस उस दिशा में होना चाहिए, लाइक दिस, और कम स्पेस उसके पीठ के पीछे होनी चाहिए. This is called breathing space. What is it called? It's called breathing space. Fine? अगर आपने यहां से क्रॉप कर दिया, बहुत नजदीक से क्रॉप कर दिया, तो क्या होगा? वो अच्छा नहीं दिखेगा. क्यों नहीं अच्छा दिखेगा? क्योंकि इट विल गिव यू अ सेंस ऑफ सफोकेशन, कैस्ट्रोफोबिक. दीवार आपके एकदम सामने है, मुंह के सामने, आपको घुटन महसूस होगी. ओके, तो इसीलिए आपको ज्यादा स्पेस रखना है ताकि ब्रीदिंग स्पेस ज्यादा मिले. क्लियर? राइट. So far so good. Are you learning something? Are you learning is the question. Okay, is it interesting? Are you liking it? Good. Oh, किंगफिशर, गुड। चलिए आगे बढ़ते हैं। नेक्स्ट स्लाइड। एग्जाम्पल ऑफ स्लो शटर स्पीड, 15 सेकेंड्स, राइट। अब देखिए इसमें क्या इफेक्ट आ रहा है। इसमें मोशन ब्लर मिल रहा है, राइट। कैसे, कहां पे दिख रहा है आपको मोशन ब्लर? आप ध्यान दीजिए पानी की तरफ। ओके, इट्स अ बैंड्रा वर्ली सी लिंक, द अरेबियन सी। कैन यू सी द वाटर? सी द वाटर। प्लीज स्क्रिबल मत कीजिए, आई डोंट नो हाउ टू। ओके, प्लीज डोंट स्क्रिबल। ओके, थोड़ा जूम के लिए मैं नया हूं, तो आई डोंट नो ये कैसे बंद करना है, बट देन प्लीज हेल्प मी। यस, सो मैं कह रहा था पानी की तरफ देखिए, कैसा है पानी? सॉफ्ट, सिल्की, स्मूथ। ओके, अगर और थोड़ा शटर कम होता तो शायद पानी भाप बन के उड़ जाता था, राइट। दैट्स बिकॉज ऑफ द मोशन ब्लर इफेक्ट। स्लो शटर स्पीड गिव्स यू मोशन ब्लर, राइट। तो फ्रीज द एक्शन एंड मोशन ब्लर। अदरवाइज मुझे बताइए, दरिया का पानी आपको ये स्विमिंग पूल जैसा दिखेगा? दरिया के पानी में क्या होता है? वेव्स होते हैं, लॉट ऑफ चर्निंग हैपेंस, लॉट ऑफ things, okay, lot of action there, movement. But then here, because of the slow shutter, it has become like a silky soft, okay, sky. Look at the sky also. The clouds that are moving, they're creating a trail, right? Fine. Now can you see the bridge structure moving from the top left hand corner to the center and towards the left hand side, right? In photography terms, it is called the leading lines. Okay, what leading lines will lead the eyesight of your audience from one point to the other where your subject is or point of interest is, right? So you can see the eyesight of the subject of the audience will move from this corner, and then it will travel all over the bridge and then towards the center. And this cable bridge, it's a cable bridge, isn't it? So this is the main point of interest. Okay, he will come there, watch the point of interest carefully before moving on to the other side. अब देखिए इसमें क्या हो गया? You made your audience look at the entire picture from left to right, top to bottom. You facilitated that, isn't it? So leading lines helps facilitate your audience to have a complete look at your picture and not just casually browse through it. So you should, as a photographer, make use of leading lines. Whatever elements that you see in your frame, at the point of composition, you should include it. Right? Chaliye. One more thing. See, it is a very ex-tempo kind of a master class, okay? Whatever comes to my mind, which I feel you would benefit, the sky. Just look at the sky. Never click a picture late at night, because late in the night, you will get a black sky. Go for the golden hour. What is golden hour? 1 घंटा सनसेट के बाद, 1 घंटा सनसेट के पहले. For landscapes particularly, right? Because then you will get a twilight in the sky. It will not be dark, but then it will have blue, red, and hue of colors that will make your picture appealing, compelling. अगर ब्लैक होता तो आधा फ्रेम तो पूरा ब्लैक है, तो क्या मजा उसमें, compared to this frame where it has colors and hues of orange, blue, magenta, purple in it. Okay, so that is very important tip. Don't go for pictures in the dark, even though you will get all these bridge and lights because it is lit, but then the sky will be black. Chaliye. आगे बढ़ते हैं. Just a moment. Next slide. Slide क्यों नहीं जाती जल्दी? Yeah. Which is the third parameter? Yogesh is asking, did you use a tripod? Yes, Yogesh. Anything less than 1/30th of a second requires a tripod. Okay. Good question. The third parameter of the exposure triangle is ISO, International Organization for Standardization. It is nothing but the camera's sensitivity to light, or rather the camera's sensor sensitivity to light. Just pay attention here now. As you increase the ISO, 100, 200, 400, 1000, 10,000 from left to right, what happens? The sensitivity of the sensor increases, it starts absorbing more light, and your picture becomes bright. Right? As you decrease the ISO from right to left, sensitivity sensor की कम हो रही है, इसकी वजह से आपका पिक्चर हो जाएगा dark. What did I tell you in the first slide? Photography is all about yes, light. देखा? ISO भी लाइट के साथ खेलता है. Right? Which is the other parameter which ISO impacts? It's called noise. Right? At low ISO, you get less noise. What do you mean by noise? Okay, for all those people who are not aware, noise is nothing but the grains, the dots, the digital noise that you get in your picture whenever you are clicking it at low light, under low light conditions. Okay, even in your mobile picture, अगर आप zoom करके देखेंगे उसे pinch करके, you will see that there are a lot of grains, right? But if your ISO is low, the grains will be less. And grains are not good for your picture. Okay, it deteriorates the quality of your picture. The dynamic range of your picture deteriorates. The color, they are all suboptimal. Fine. So click pictures with low ISO, 100, 200, 400, okay. But then as you start increasing it, you will start getting these grains. Right? So ISO is like the necessary evil. You will have to increase ISO because the lighting condition might be poor, but then you should be mindful of the fact that it will give you grains. Right? So try and keep your ISO low. Fair enough? Clear? Right. बढ़िया है. Let's move on. कितने लोगों को ग्रेन्स देखना है? एक मिनट मैं दिखाता हूं आपको. Yeah. The picture on the right hand side is clicked at a high ISO, whereas the picture on the left hand side is at low ISO. Can you see the difference, the marked difference? Right. Low ISO is a very clean, smooth picture, whereas the right hand side with the high ISO is noisy one. Okay, good. So ladies and gentlemen, this is how shutter, aperture and ISO gets used in manual mode. Right? Did you understand the fundamentals any serious photographer should know? Did you understand it conceptually? Right? So for all those people, if I ask you, will you be in a position to start attempting manual mode in your cameras? What is your answer? How many people feel that they are confident now to handle the cameras in manual mode? Right? Lot of confident people saying, yes, I can, yes, I will try, yes, yes, yes. Right? Great. Okay, one more tip. I'm not going to hold anything back today. Okay, I'm going to give you everything that I have promised. Okay, so let me move on to the next slide, where I'm going to share with you the missing link when it comes to manual mode and the exposure triangle. It's called the light meter, right? Whenever you are in M mode, what happens? You see this light meter, right? A graduated scale with positive and negative side, isn't it? Positive and negative side. It is there for a purpose. Okay, because if I tell you go and shoot in manual mode, you will say, Arey, Amul has taught us what shutter is, aperture is, and ISO is, and how it impacts light. Let me put shutter at a 2.8, aperture at a 2.8, shutter at 1000, and ISO at 200 because less ISO is good. That is what you told. And then you will get overexposed, underexposed, overexposed, underexposed. You will try and finger fiddle, thoda ye kam karo, thoda ye zyada karo, but then you will not get the correct exposure. Ladies and gentlemen, manual mode is not a play of trial and error. You have to get your exposure right the first time you pull the shutter release. Imagine a photographer like me covering a wedding. Okay, वरमाला जयमाला डाल रहे हैं, मंगलसूत्र डाल रहे हैं, और I am playing with shutter, aperture and ISO, not knowing which one is the optimum one. No, शादी हो जाएगी, हनीमून के लिए चले जाएंगे कपल, और मैं वहां पे शटर, एपर्चर, ISO करता रहूंगा. You have to follow the light meter. The light meter tells you beforehand. Listen carefully. The light meter tells you beforehand with your default settings whether you are going to get a overexposed picture, underexposed picture, or a correctly exposed picture, provided you know how to read the light meter. And that is what I'm going to teach you now. Are you ready? Right? Are you ready? Just pay attention. Back to the slide. For a default reading, कोई भी आपने शटर, एपर्चर, ISO डाला है, और अगर आप देख रहे हैं कि आपका लाइट मीटर ओके पॉजिटिव दिखा रहा है, it is showing you positive. What does it mean? It means अगर आपने वही सेटिंग्स पे फोटोग्राफ निकाला तो फोटोग्राफ होगा अंडर ओवर एक्सपोज्ड, राइट? बिकॉज ये आपको बता रहा है पॉजिटिव ना. तो अब मुझे बताइए, अभी तक हमने जो एक्सपोजर ट्रायंगल सीखा है, व्हाट शटर, एपर्चर एंड ISO डज टू लाइट, आप क्या करोगे अगर आपके फोटोग्राफ कैमरा में ज्यादा लाइट आ रही है? तो व्हाट विल यू डू? You will do either of the three things or all the three things. Okay, increase the shutter speed, decrease the ISO, decrease the aperture diameter. All these three things, what it will do, it will cut off light, and then your light meter will start moving towards the left hand side, and as soon as it comes towards zero, stop doing the changes, just click the picture and you should find it to be correctly exposed. On the contrary, if your light meter is showing negative, okay, what does it mean? You are going to get an underexposed picture, right? What do? You do decrease the shutter speed, increase the ISO, increase the aperture diameter. What will happen? All these three things facilitate more light in your camera. Light meter will move towards right, and the moment it reaches zero, just click. Just click. You will get a beautifully correctly exposed image. Right? This was the missing link which I wanted to tell you. Otherwise, you will be shooting in the dark. All agree? Great. Clear? अब और ज्यादा कॉन्फिडेंस आ गया आपको? क्यों दोस्तों, और ज्यादा कॉन्फिडेंस आ गया आपको? To shoot in manual mode? Right. Okay. Chaliye. Great, great, great. Moving on to the next slide. So, wait, how does the slide move? Yes. Okay. My next question to you is, how many settings does a learned photographer or a professional photographer like me do in his camera before he clicks the picture? Tell me the number. Tell me the number. 5, 3. Prasad says 3. Jackson says 3. Rami says 4. Come on, guys. Right? 4. तो लोग 3-4 में अटक रहे हैं. अगर मैं कहूं कि नथिंग लेस देन 15, तो क्या आपको आश्चर्य होगा? 15 सेटिंग्स करनी पड़ती है भाई बिफोर यू रिलीज द शटर बटन. गिनवा के दिखाऊं मैं आपको? शटर, अपर्चर, आईएसओ, व्हाइट बैलेंस, एक्सपोजर कॉम्पेंसेशन, मीटरिंग मोड. मीटरिंग मोड में कौन सा? स्पॉट मीटरिंग, सेंटर वेटेड, मैट्रिक्स, फोकस मोड, फोकस एरिया मोड. फोकस मोड में कौन सा? एएफएस, एएफसी, एएफए, हिस्टोग्राम. कितने गिनाए मैंने? टॉप ऑफ माय माइंड 15. ये सारे मैनुअल मोड के भाग है भाई. राइट? Why do you think photographers get paid? इसी के लिए मिलता है, because they know how to optimally use their camera and get the best results out of it. 15 settings on a bare minimum every photographer has to do. Sir, please explain metering. Please explain others too, Yogesh. दोस्तों, it's a subject in itself. What I promised, Yogesh and मंसूर, मैंने आपको क्या प्रॉमिस किया था? मैं आपको सिखाऊंगा एक्सपोजर ट्रायंगल, मैं आपको सिखाऊंगा मैनुअल मोड. आप बताइए मुझे, डिड आई फुलफिल माय प्रॉमिस? क्या मैंने आपको सही ढंग से समझाया कि मैनुअल मोड कैसे सेट करना है? प्लीज टाइप इन द चैट बॉक्स वेदर आई हैव promised, fulfill my promise. Right? Okay, thank you very much. Thank you very much. Great. Okay, people are asking for the other parameters as well, but then that will be beyond the scope. But then let me quickly take you through the other manual settings in your camera. Okay, but then just quickly, because I cannot spend time like exposure triangle. Fine, fair enough. But then I will try and give you the definition and what it does. Can you see this? Shutter, aperture, and ISO. We already done it very extensively, right? It controls the amount of light, and at the same time, aperture controls depth of field, shutter controls action, and ISO controls noise. Fine. Exposure compensation. What is exposure compensation? The black and white plus minus button in your camera. Whenever you are in semi-auto mode, like shutter priority and aperture priority, okay, basically whatever exposure the camera gives you, you can override it with exposure compensation. Okay, अगर आपको exposure कैमरा ने जो दिया है पसंद नहीं आया, तो आप उसको ब्राइट कर सकते हो या डार्क कर सकते हो with exposure compensation. Metering modes. Okay, what is metering mode? जो ये लाइट मीटर लेफ्ट राइट घूमता है, ओके, ये इसलिए घूमता है बिकॉज इट इज कैलकुलेटिंग द अमाउंट ऑफ लाइट. How it calculates depends on the meter. ओके। मैट्रिक्स मीटरिंग पूरा फ्रेम को मीटर करता है, स्पॉट मीटरिंग ओनली 2 to 5% ऑफ द फ्रेम इज मीटर्ड। इट इज यूज्ड इन ट्रिकी लाइटिंग कंडीशंस, राइट। कई बार आपने देखा होगा पीछे अगर बैकलिट है तो आपका सब्जेक्ट ब्लैक हो जाता है, तो उसमें मीटरिंग मोड का बहुत जरूरी काम होता है। व्हाइट बैलेंस, व्हाट इज व्हाइट बैलेंस? क्या आपने रियलाइज किया है कि आप फोटोग्राफ खींच के आ गए और लैपटॉप पे डाउनलोड करके देख रहे हैं तो आपके फोटोग्राफ को पीलिया हो गया है, उसको नीलिया हो गया है, उसको हरा हो गया है, वो हाँ पिंक हो गया है, रेड हो गया है, ग्रीन हो गया है, राइट। कुछ इस तरीके के टिंज आते हैं आपके फोटोग्राफ्स में, आपने देखा है, ऑब्जर्व किए हैं। दैट्स बिकॉज योर व्हाइट बैलेंस वाज द कल्प्रिट, राइट। यू डिडंट सेट द करेक्ट व्हाइट बैलेंस। फोकस मोड्स, सब्जेक्ट मूविंग है, सब्जेक्ट स्टेशनरी है, डिपेंडिंग ऑन दैट you decide which mode to use, whether it should be AFS, AFC or AFA. Okay, AFS is single shot, AFC is continuous, right? In continuous mode, your camera tracks the subject. Okay, so these are all topics for discussion in itself. Okay, focus area modes. आपके कैमरा में multiple focus points होते हैं, 50, 100, 150, 200, 400, 800, right? With mirrorless cameras, it has gone 500 plus focus points. As a photographer, you can select 1, 2, 10, all, or a cluster, right? So that selection happens in focus area modes. Histogram, what is histogram? जैसे हमारा ECG होता है वैसे ही फोटोग्राफ का हिस्टोग्राम होता है। ECG से हमारी तबीयत कैसी है वो समझ में आता है, ECG से फोटोग्राफ की तबीयत कैसे है वो समझ में आता है, provided you know how to read the histogram, right? Histogram is that graph that you see besides the picture in the review mode. वो ग्राफ दिखता है आपको, वो कुछ आपको बताने की कोशिश कर रहा है। लेकिन जैसे आपको ECG पढ़ना नहीं आता है क्योंकि आप डॉक्टर नहीं हो, सिमिलरली आपको हिस्टोग्राम पढ़ने की जरूरत है। पेशेंट को देखे बगैर, फोटोग्राफ को देखे बगैर आपको समझ में आता है कि ओवर एक्सपोज है कि अंडर एक्सपोज है कि करेक्टली एक्सपोज है और क्या करना चाहिए। ड्राइव मोड, ड्राइव मोड इज नथिंग बट एक बार आप फोटो निकालोगे तो कितने फोटोग्राफ्स निकलते हैं, एक निकलते हैं कि मल्टीपल। फ्लैश सेटिंग्स, इट्स अ टोटली डिफरेंट बॉल गेम। ओके, वी आर टॉकिंग अबाउट एम्बिएंट लाइट, फ्लैश इज अ टोटली, अभी हम फर्स्ट स्टैंडर्ड फिफ्थ स्टैंडर्ड का अभ्यास कर रहे हैं। आई मीन फ्लैश फोटोग्राफी एंड स्टूडियो लाइटिंग इज ग्रेजुएशन एंड PhD। ऑटो एक्सपोजर लॉक, ऑटो फोकस लॉक, AEL, AFL आपको बटन दिखाई देता है, उससे आप फोकस या एक्सपोजर लॉक कर सकते हैं। बैक बटन फोकस, राइट, व्हाट इज बैक बटन फोकस, राइट? इफ यू वांट टू आइसोलेट द फोकसिंग फंक्शन from the shutter release function, you can do that, and it has its own advantages. Okay, as a serious photographer, as a professional photographer, you need to see the advantages of having a back button focus. Focus is half press and full release. तो ये हाफ प्रेस आप दूसरे कहीं बटन पे लेके जाओ, बैक बटन पे, यहाँ पे थंब के पास रहता है, तो यहाँ पे फोकस करो और इंडेक्स फिंगर से शटर रिलीज करो। इट हैज इट्स ओन एडवांटेजेस, right? Just quickly, or each topic is a subject in itself, it warrants its own time, fine, but then I'm sure I've just given you some brief idea about it. You can explore it on your own or wait for me to tell you about the photography course where I teach everything to you in great details and demonstrations. Okay, chaliye, moving on towards the last part of our masterclass. One last question, or rather one but last question, because the Q&A will open shortly for you to ask questions. But my question is, how many of you think it is difficult to learn complex topics of photography online? In the chat box. How many of you feel that फोटोग्राफी सीखी नहीं जा सकती कंप्यूटर पे बैठ के? मैं मुंबई में, आप दिल्ली में. Come on. I mean, no need to hold anything back. If you have any apprehensions, do let me know, because I'm going to clear your apprehension once and for all. Right? Practical जरूरी है. Practical जरूरी है, मैं मानता हूं. Right. For all those people who feel practical जरूरी है in photography particularly, ladies and gentlemen, let me tell you how I conduct my photography courses online. It is not just me doing the talking, okay? But then it involves practical and live shoots. Ladies and gentlemen, do you want to see a live shoot for our exposure triangle exercise? Type demo. Come on, guys, type demo in your chat box so that I can show you, because my model is sitting right in front of me and I would like you to introduce her to you. Type demo in the chat box. मैं आपको दिखाना चाहता हूं कि ऑनलाइन भी कैसे फोटोग्राफी आसानी से करी जा सकती है. Great. Ladies and gentlemen, I present to you नतालिया. क्या आपको स्क्रीन पे दिखाई दे रही है? नहीं. Okay. Let me share my screen. Right. Ladies and gentlemen, what do you see on your screens? What do you see on your screen? She is a beautiful model for the day. Her name is Natalia. And she is going to help us out with all the demonstrations. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to your ride in the aeroplane called photography. Can you see this cockpit? It is nothing but you are sitting inside the camera. Just see what's there on the left-hand side. You see all the settings of your camera, right? This is the composition, right? And this is the live mode. Okay. My camera is connected to my laptop through an app which helps me control my camera even without touching it. Okay, can you see it is streaming live? I'm putting my hand in front of it. Right? It is live streaming. Just pay attention here now. On the left-hand side panel, you see the light meter, you see the exposure triangle settings, and you see Natalia. Behind Natalia, you have the sunflowers. Okay, it is behind Natalia. So there is some distance, some 6 feet distance between the flowers and our model here. So I'm going to click 2 pictures. I'm going to demonstrate. Just a moment. Okay, the battery has gone dead. Let me just change it. Just give me a moment. Yes. Okay, let me share the live screen. Let me put it on. Okay, just hold on for a moment. Yes. So this software, I mean, many of you are asking me which software is this. Let me just guide you on that. It's called Digicam Control. Can you see this on my desktop? I'm putting it on. Yes. It's called digicam control. Fine. Right? So back to the demonstration. Just pay attention. This is the best part of this master class. Okay, I'm going to change the aperture and we will see how it impacts the depth of field. Okay, can you see the aperture I'm changing in the left hand side panel? f2.8. See what is happening to the background flowers. Out of focus, it is becoming blur. Why? Smaller the f number, bigger is the aperture, shallow is the depth of field. Fine. Let's save this. I've clicked a picture. The picture is getting saved in the background for us to compare side by side. Now I will click a second picture, which will be at f, bigger f number, f20, f18. See what happens to the background. Eh? Boom. Can you see the flowers? It is now in high depth of field. Isn't it? If you click a picture, it will show you high depth of field. Right? So this is how aperture controls depth of field. It is shallow depth of field and this is high depth of field. Fine? Clear? Isn't it wonderful? So much easier for you to follow the complex topics of photography when you see it on screen, me doing the changes in the settings, isn't it? Great. Fine. So let's check out the pictures that we have clicked. Shallow depth of field, high depth of field. Shallow depth of field, high depth of field. Right? So this is how you get your depth of field in place. Let's move on. Did you like it? Did you follow it easily? Tell me. Because similarly, we can move to shutter priority, shutter speed. And I can show you how shutter helps you increase the action. Okay, just hold on. Let me put something moving in front of the. Hi, hello. ओके तो दोस्तों अभी हम एक काम करते हैं शटर स्पीड को करेंगे दो फोटो निकालते हैं ये हमारा पंखा घूम रहा है राइट हम पहले निकालते हैं स्लो शटर पे व्हाट इज स्लो शटर एनीथिंग लेस देन 1/30th ऑफ ए सेकेंड इज स्लो शटर तो मैंने 1/30th ऑफ ए सेकेंड सिलेक्ट कर लिया ऑटो फोकस ठीक है खींचो अभी कैन यू सी दिस पिक्चर ऑन स्क्रीन क्या मुझे कोई बता पाएगा कितने ब्लेड्स है पंखे में हाउ मेनी ब्लेड्स आर देयर इन द फैन प्लीज डोंट डू दिस ओके कितने ब्लेड्स है फैन में 0 व्हाई स्लो शटर ओके अब एक काम करते हैं हाई शटर पे देखते हैं ये हमने वैसे सेव कर लिया व्हाट इज हाई शटर कितना रखूं मैं 1/1000 1/800 कर लेते हैं राइट फोकस और कैप्चर राइट अब बताइए दोस्तों कितने पंखे में ब्लेड्स हैं पंखे में कितने ब्लेड है जब मैंने हाई शटर पे निकाला तो फ्रीज द एक्शन मिला मुझे right so this is what shutter speed does to action let's compare it side by side राइट, क्या आपको दिखाई दे रहा है? अच्छा, हमने सिर्फ स्लो शटर का निकाला, फास्ट शटर का भूल गए। राइट, निकालते हैं फास्ट शटर का। ओके, लेट्स सी। यस, कैन यू सी दिस? फ्रीज द एक्शन, motion blur. Freeze the action, motion blur. Right. Okay. Great. So इसी तरह ISO का भी आपको अंदाजा आ गया होगा कि अगर हम फोटो हाई ISO पे निकालेंगे और लो ISO पे निकालेंगे तो आपको मैं स्क्रीन पे दिखा पाऊंगा कि कैसे ग्रेन्स आते हैं और गायब हो जाते हैं। राइट, समथिंग लाइक दिस। फाइन। चलिए दोस्तों, नाउ टेल मी, क्या सिखा है? फोटोग्राफी सीखी जा सकती है ऑनलाइन? आप बताइए मुझे। अगर मैं इस तरीके से मॉडल के साथ अगर आपको सिखाऊं तो क्या आप समझ पाएंगे फोटोग्राफी? गुड, राइट। सो दिस इज हाउ आई कंडक्ट माय कोर्सेज ऑनलाइन, लीविंग नथिंग टू इमेजिनेशन। ओके, सारे लाइव शूट्स होते हैं और आपको स्क्रीन पे दिखाई देता है। मैं तो ये कहूंगा कि ये प्रैक्टिकल लाइव वर्कशॉप से भी बेटर है, क्योंकि लाइव वर्कशॉप में मैं उसको कैमरा में तो नहीं जाके दिखा सकता ना हर एक को, देखो क्या क्या सेटिंग्स है, शटर क्या है, अपर्चर क्या है, नहीं होता है ना। यहाँ पे आपको स्क्रीन पे दिखता है कि क्या क्या सेटिंग्स हो रही है। फाइन, ग्रेट। तो दोस्तों, आई एम ग्लैड दैट यू स्टेड पुट टिल स्टिपुलेटेड टाइम। मुझे और एक 10 मिनट की जरूरत है for you to tell you about my complete photography mentoring program. Fine? Is it okay, guys, if I borrow 10 more minutes of your precious time? 15 हो सकता है, fine, but then not more than that. Right. चलिए, fine. Okay. But then this is for people who are serious about photography, who are passionate about photography, and who want to take the next step for learning photography. Okay. चलिए, मैं एक काम कर देता हूं, मैं बहुत आसान कर देता हूं इस बार। हाउ मेनी ऑफ यू आर, how many of, still 90 people are present here out of the 100, so that's a good number. कितने लोग यहाँ पे सिर्फ चीट शीट्स के लिए आए हैं? चलिए चलिए बताइए, कितने लोग यहाँ पे सिर्फ चीट शीट्स के लिए आए हैं? आई मीन, nothing bad about it. I mean, if you feel the offer is worth waiting, you should, right? And I'm not going to feel bad about it, because 25,000 copies I have already sold from my website. Okay, I know how precious it is for fellow photographers, and you are one of the lucky batches where I'm giving the entire set. Okay, so let me make it very simple for you as follows. For me, let me share you the free stuff right away. Okay, so that for people who want only the free stuff, they can take it and log off and enjoy their Sunday. But for people who want to know more about the complete photography program, 10-15 minutes more. Okay, fair enough? Fair for both of us? Let me do that. I'm going to share you a link where you can download this right away. Okay, right away you will be able to do that. In your chat box, right? In your chat box, I am sharing the download link for the free cheat sheets, and it's coming your way. Here it is, right? Just click on that link. It will automatically download the entire 50 sheets. Okay, the entire 50 sheets. Please go ahead and download your ultimate guide to photography fundamentals, and you will learn a lot of things. Okay, it is for people who are not keen on knowing more about the complete photography mentoring program, because it's a paid program. But I insist that if you've waited for so long, might as well have a look at what is there for on offer. Okay, if I am not disappointed you till now in the last 1.5 hours, next 15 minutes, I'm not going to disappoint you. Fine? Chaliye. So I would like to believe that all those people who are present here are the ones who want to have a look at what is on offer and how it is going to benefit them. So for all those people, I present to you, ladies and gentlemen, complete photography mentoring program. It's a 7-day program which starts on 5th of August, right? Not too far, which is a Monday, right? It starts on 5th of August and it goes till 13th August. The timings are going to be evening 9 p.m. to 10:30 p.m. After you complete your office, your college, your dinner, time with your family, you want to utilize some time creatively, learning something which you are passionate about, and not just while away your time watching reels on Instagram, then I think this is the program for you. Complete photography mentoring program, 7 days starting on 5th of August. Okay. Pay attention to the timings. Ladies and gentlemen, the complete photography mentoring program, 7 days, will teach you the following things. Okay, I want you to pay attention, see what you are getting, what all you are learning, whether it is benefiting you in terms of the content, in terms of the cost. Okay, and then take a educated decision. Day number 1, introduction. Okay, what is camera, how your camera works, what is full frame, what is crop sensor, what are lenses, which type of lenses, which camera you should buy, which lens you should upgrade, why you should upgrade, all those things. Okay, for people who are rank beginners, जिनको ABCD भी नहीं पता है, वो भी join कर सकते हैं, because we start right from basics. Okay, day number 1. All sessions will be live. I will be live at 9 p.m. You will be logging in with the link and we will be discussing. Okay, even though recording will be provided, I hope you make it a point to attend it live. Day number 2, exposure triangle. What we learned today, we'll go in depth. Okay, we'll go deep into it. Today we just superficially studied the exposure triangle, but then you know how powerful it was, and with the demonstrations and all, it become much more consumable, right? You understood a lot of things today. Day number 2. Day number 3 and day number 4, more of science of photography. Okay, the 15 different things I told you a photographer needs to know, everything will be covered. Focal length, depth of field, exposure compensation, white balance, shutter release modes, focus area modes, built-in light meter, metering modes, everything in depth. Okay, and that too live and with demonstrations with Natalia as a model. Each topic will be demonstrated to you, leaving nothing to imagination. Okay, so now that you have completed day number 4, let's see what's there in store on day number 5. Okay, the art of photography. Okay, by now you would have realized the importance of the art of photography, because we not only covered the science, but I also gave you inputs to the art part of it. So I'll be teaching you what are the different rules of composition, what is the rule of 1/3, what is leading lines, what are frame in a frame, what is point of interest, what is symmetry, right? So all those things we'll be covering during day number 5, so that you combine the science of photography and art of photography and become a good photographer. Clear? You're following what I'm trying to say? Okay, the topics, I hope it is clear. Day number 6. Manual mode is not only the mode that is available in your camera. There are other modes like semi-auto modes, shutter priority, aperture priority, AS, TV, TS, program modes. Okay, I'll be teaching you how to use it, when to use it, and why to use it. Okay, but then once you know manual mode, you would be hardly using other modes, but then I will tell you how to effectively use other modes as well. Clear? This is day number 6. I will be teaching you photography. Okay, I will be teaching you to drive a car. बाद में आप मारुति चलाते हो, हुंडई चलाते हो या मर्सिडीज चलाते हो, वो आपके ऊपर निर्भर करता है. The point I'm making is I'll be teaching you photography. Whether you want to practice portraits, weddings, baby shoots, tabletop, food photography is totally up to you, because the knowledge is there with you from the course. Okay, but we will be specializing into bird photography and landscape photography, just to let you know. Okay, हम इसके in depth में जाएंगे, bird and landscapes, right? And how to make money is what I will be sharing my more experiences as to how you can commercialize your hobby. Because if your hobby becomes your profession, then it doesn't seem like work. Fine? 7 दिन. Great. कैसा लगा आपको agenda? Do you think you will be able to benefit from it? Great. Okay. So the complete photography mentoring program starting 5th of August to 13th of August. Right? Why the emphasis on live sessions? सब सारे लाइव होंगे, कोई रिकॉर्डिंग नहीं है. ओके, मतलब रिकॉर्डिंग मिलेगा आपको बाद में, लेकिन इट इज लाइव, अनलाइक रिकॉर्डेड सेशंस. व्हाई? Because the completion rates of recorded course is less than 5%. How many of you have already downloaded so many courses online and you have still not opened it? Tell me very frankly in the chat. Tell me very frankly. Right? I have done it myself. So many courses I have downloaded, not only from photography, but then, okay, other things, digital marketing, how to talk, how to speak, how to laugh, how to run, how to do yoga. So many courses keep on downloading, but then miserable completion rates, right? 5%. That's the universal statistics. Solomon is saying it is not even 2%, but then universally it has been, statistically it has been calculated as 5%. You know what is the completion rate of my course? Complete photography mentoring program? 90%. यहाँ पे भी बुट्टी मारेंगे लोग. Right? But then 90%. Why? Because it is only for dedicated and passionate people who can not only afford my course, but also are ready to give their valuable time. 9 p.m. to 10:30. 1.5 घंटे का program है. Okay, every day. Clear? Right. As I said, इसको ज्यादा हम ये नहीं करेंगे, फटाक से आते हैं cost पे. Are you interested to know the cost so that you can go ahead and register for this program, which is starting on 5th of August, which is next to next Monday. Ladies and gentlemen, the complete photography mentoring program, which is of 7 days starting from 5th of August, will cost you 25,000 only. Okay. Mind you, ladies and gentlemen, it's not a recorded program. You are paying for my time. Okay. You are paying for my expertise. And that's the reason why the fees you see are what you see on your screens. Fine. How many of you feel it is worth joining the course? Come on, in the chat box, let me see. How many of you feel the complete photography mentoring program is worth joining? Right? Yes. Seems worth, I feel. Okay, okay. Right, nice. Ladies and gentlemen, if you have spent 1 lakh rupee buying a latest camera, why do you think twice before learning how to optimally use it? What is the worth of that 1 lakh camera mirrorless you have just got if you don't know how to use it? Nevertheless, for all those people who are sitting on the fence, okay, let me tell you what all you get once you enroll for this program. As I said, make an educated decision provided you feel it is worth in terms of content, in terms of value, in terms of money. Only then you register, right? Let me tell you what all you get once you register for the program. Ladies and gentlemen, if you register today by paying the stipulated fees, okay, right? Let's see what our students have to say. Okay, even after paying this kind of a money, let's see.
My name is Aditi. I'm an architect and currently practicing in Dubai. And this was a great course, especially for, I would suggest it for beginners, because I purchased the camera, but I always used it on auto mode. But this class
Ladies
gave
and
me a
gentlemen,
lot
just
of
pay attention.
knowledge, in-depth knowledge of manual modes, and I feel really nice because before this, now I really understand how pathetic photos I have been taking till now. Hi. I was feeling stupid all these days to use DSLR on auto.
Then in Facebook also I posted many pictures, but the course on science and arts of photography helped me a lot. And now, today I have been
recorded sessions, and weekly once they will come, like 1 hour, 2 hours. So I didn't felt that good, but here I felt it is a great, and you have explained very well. So overall, it's a great experience here, and I learned many things. So now if I practice, so I can be proudly say I can become easily and pro.
If you have an opportunity to join over here, so just join.
Right?
All these points were so well explained in the manual, which when you send it
See,
to
it is
me,
one
I
thing
went and printed it
me
out
telling
in
you
color
and my students
binded
telling you.
them all together. So I've got a bound book. Whenever I'm in the class, sitting with it.
Yeah, that is what.
Yeah, get it printed. Get it printed, huh?
Yeah. As well.
All my students get it printed, bound.
Made it a big book, huh?
Yes, I did that. So
your workshop has been excellent, very informative, simple, practical way of teaching. I have learned a lot and I hope to use it for my future endeavors. As a beginner, it was excellent for me. And I hope you continue to teach and take more workshop and webinars and practical teachings. Would definitely enjoy
Right. Thank
attending
you.
and learning from you. You're a great teacher, Amol.
Okay. I mean, sometimes I feel, I'm a good teacher or a good photographer. And then I would like to say that I feel I'm a good teacher than a photographer. Okay. Because I've gone through the grind. I mean, it comes very naturally to me that जो मैंने पापड़ बेले है वो मेरे students क्यों करें. So it comes very naturally and fluid. Okay. Yes. Coming back to the presentation. Now that you know that what the already enrolled students are saying about this course, let's see what do you have in store. Ladies and gentlemen, once I give you the link today, if you register today, you get bonus number 1. That is, put to test what you have learned. What is that? You will get 3 additional weeks. Okay, from 13th of September, 5th to 13th is 1 week. And after that, you will get 3 additional weeks of engagement and sessions with me. What will you learn in those sessions? You will actually practice what you have learned, because I will be giving you photography assignments, 1 assignment per week, right? 1 assignment per week is what you will be getting. So after week number 1, where I will be doing most of the teaching, Week number 2, you will get a panning technique on photography assignment. Week number 3, you will get a assignment on light trails. Week number 3, you will be getting an assignment on high dynamic range. So the best part of it is all these assignments or photography exercises will be taught to you live during the session, and you will be given 7 days to complete it and submit the photos. What's the point of just clicking a picture and keeping it in the camera? The world needs to see it, and particularly your mentor. I will be giving you my honest feedback. What's good, bad, and ugly about that picture, so that you, my students, can improve. Okay. So this is bonus number 1, worth 25,000 that you get. So now the course, which was just for 1 week, is no longer 1 week, but it becomes, so these are the pictures that my students have clicked as part of the assignment. I just thought it to share it with you, and I gave my honest feedback on each of them, right? So the point I was coming to, it becomes not just a one week program, but a 1 month program now. From 5th of August, it becomes way up to 5th of September. Clear? Provided you enroll today. Otherwise, the program is just of 1 week. Moving on, let's see. Pretty clear now? Week number 1, one-to-one coaching happens. Week number 2, 3, and 4, you have the photography assignments. We'll be meeting twice a week, okay? From week number 2 onwards, 2 sessions per week. 1 session, the assignment description and delivery, and second, 7 days down the line, review on those pictures. You getting me? Right. So this is bonus number 1, costing 25,000. So see, 25,000 itself is the cost. I'm giving you bonus worth 25,000 more. Yes. Bonus number 2, I will be giving you the ultimate photography spoon feed bundle. What is ultimate photography spoon feed bundle? You already got the cheat sheets, right? I hope everybody has downloaded. It's free. But then I will be upgrading you to the ultimate photography spoon feed bundle. Let me show you what it is. This is the PDF that you already got. Okay. 50 topics covering 50 unique topics of photography. You will be getting an upgraded version. What is that upgrade? Just see the magic now. Supposing you want to know more about focal length. So you read through the content, you watch the diagrams, and can you see these buttons here at the bottom? Listen and play. What happens if I click on listen?
Focal length of the lens is the distance between the lens and the image sensor when the subject is in focus.
Can you hear the sound? Can you hear the sound in the chat box, please?
In the illustration,
you see the audio podcast starts playing.
Focal length determines the angle of.
Is the audio clear? Right. So you listen to what I have to say on this particular topic. Okay. And then if you click this play button, see what happens. It takes you to my YouTube channel, where the premium content
in this
is loaded.
We are going to discuss focal length.
I'm talking about focal length
Just
now.
refer to the description given under the focal length. I hope you are carrying the cheat sheet with you, having a look into it while I explain.
And everything gets taught to you in demo form with multiple cameras.
So just trust me on that. I will show you.
Okay. Can you see the miniature variation of our model Natalia?
Setup is at 24 mm.
So every video has audio, live demonstrations in it.
On the right hand side.
Each video is with bite size, 10 minutes, 12 minutes max, so that you can consume it and understand not only through reading the text, but also through the videos. Clear? Bonus number 2, worth 15,000. This is what you get once you enroll for the complete photography mentoring program. Worth 15,000. The videos have a lifetime warranty. Not warranty, what is it say? Lifetime access. Fine. Do you want more bonuses, my dear ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls? Type give me more, GMM. If you want more bonuses, type GMM. Okay? क्योंकि आज मैं मेरा पिटारा पूरा खोलने वाला हूं. If you felt the 7-day program itself was worth, just imagine it becoming a 4-week program, and just imagine lifetime access to all the videos for revision later on. Give me more, GMM. The more you give, type, the more I become excited to give you more. Right. Moving on to the next bonus. Flash photography and studio lighting course. Okay. What differentiates a regular photographer from a professional like me is the control on artificial lights, flashlights, studio strobes. Okay. So advanced course on photography, which is flash photography and studio lighting, is coming your way as bonus number 3. The cost of this is 25,000. My dear friends, this content is for the professionals who want to step up, who want to set up their home studio, who want to click pictures where people will be ready to pay money for it. Right? Because I teach flash photography, I teach off-camera flash, what are radio triggers and receivers, okay, how you should be using them, what is front curtain sync, rear curtain sync, what is high-speed syncs. Ladies and gentlemen, this is not for the faint-hearted. It is for people who want to take their skill sets to that extreme level where they want to be a professional photographer. Forget about professional photographers. At least click pictures which are professional in nature. And this is the stuff. Recorded course with a lifetime access to the videos. Fair enough? Bonus number 3, costing 25,000. Ladies and gentlemen, do you want more? Tell me. GMM is what you need to type. Come on, guys. Last 10 minutes before I share you the link. But if you don't want any more bonuses, I can share you right away. Chalo, one more time, since I have seen GMM. No photographer's workflow is complete without editing. And I will be teaching you Lightroom editing, which is a global standard for any photographer when it comes to editing, right? Worth rupees 10,000. This is bonus number 4 from my side. If you join this program today, clear? See, everything gets covered here. Okay, right from introduction way up to lighting technique and editing. The entire workflow I'm sharing with you. Right, ladies and gentlemen? Of course, all those people who complete the 1-month program, who submit the assignments, you will be eligible for the certificate of completion. And now to hitting the nail with the hammer. The entire bundle, as you can see on your screens, with the complete photography mentoring program, 7-day live teaching, worth 25,000, 3 weeks of additional photography assignments with live interaction and review and feedback sessions, costing 25,000. The access to spoon feed bundle with audio podcast and video podcast, 50 of them, more than 10 hours of recorded content, worth 15,000. Flash photography and studio lighting technique course, worth 25,000. And then Lightroom editing, all bundled together is 1 lakh rupee. Okay. So without any further ado, for all those people who are interested in joining the course, as a once in a lifetime opportunity, I am offering the entire bundle not at 1 lakh, but 25,000 only, which was the basic cost. Okay, how many of you feel it is worth 25,000, the entire bundle, and are waiting for the link to be shared? Come on, guys. Give me that confidence that people are eagerly waiting, so that worth it. Link, please, link, please. Come on, guys, come on. Because if I see that enthusiasm, I might give you a little more from my side. But I need to see that from the chat. Okay. Type link. Eagerly waiting for the link. LINK. Type link in the chat so that I offer this particular program for all those enthusiastic people who have been waiting for the link, and for all those fence sitters कि भाई कुछ और सस्ता करवा दो, है ना? मांगने में क्या है? Do you want it cheaper? Do you want more discount? How about if I make it 15,000? Type link. Come on, guys. 1 lakh worth program I'm offering for 15,000. I hope you understood what all you are getting. Right? Chaliye. For all those people who have been eagerly waiting for the link, and for those people who are sitting on the fence, because already I have given you the free cheat sheets, so all the people who are waiting for the free stuff have already gone out of the room. So as a one-time gesture from my side, कितने लोगों को लगता है कि और सस्ता होना चाहिए? बताइए. How many of you feel it should be still cheaper? चलिए मुझे बताइए. How many of you feel इसकी कॉस्ट क्या होनी चाहिए? Type the cost. Come on, guys. Type the cost you want for this particular program, and you will say मैं अभी enroll करूंगा. Bite the bullet. Let me see. 15,000 is good enough, says Kalyan. Yes, I mean, for me it is priceless. But then I don't know from your side. Type a number which you feel 100% of the people present here will join. Okay. Come on, guys. Come on, Raj Singh. Anybody else? Come on. Chaliye. Nobody is ready to bite the bullet except for Raj Singh, Bhavnesh, Vinesh. Chaliye. Vinesh says one figure. Raj Singh is giving one figure. Let me see if I'm able to match that figure or even better it. Ladies and gentlemen, for all those people who will be joining today, as a one-time offer, the entire bundle costing 1 lakh rupee is not at 1 lakh, not at 25, not at 15, but just 4,999. Ladies and gentlemen, without any further ado, I don't think there are any more questions your way. I'm sharing my link to you, okay? I'm sharing the link. Type wow if you feel the amazing offer is amazing. Type wow, right? Coming your way is the payment link. Come on, guys, type wow. The payment link is on your way, on your chat box. The entire program costing 1 lakh rupees is being offered at a one-time discount of 4,999 only. Raj Singh, I was able to match your price and even bettered it with all the offers, right? Isn't it? Come on, guys. No more excuses, isn't it? Chaliye, click on the link. Once you click on the link, let me tell you what all happens. Okay. Ladies and gentlemen, the complete program, complete photography mentoring program starting on 5th of August with bonus of photography assignments, bonus 2 of Lightroom, bonus 3 of spoon feed bundle costing 15,000. And the most important bonus number 4, flash photography and lighting technique worth 25,000. All put together 1 lakh at 95% discount. What more can you ask? What more do you ask? Come on, guys. Just go register and confirm on the chat box. Right. And with this, I want you to pay attention to what our friends have been
जितेंद्र कुमार
telling.
चंडीगढ़ से और एक प्राइवेट कंपनी में पिज्जा कंपनी में काम करता हूँ। तो फोटोग्राफी एज ए शौक था मेरा और है वस्तुतः शौक ही है।
Come on guys,
but
if you have any questions,
इस कोर्स से पहले जो लेवल था,
लिंक तो मैंने
वो
शेयर
था
कर दिया
मतलब
है
एक
पंकज
टुकड़े-टुकड़े
अग्रवाल।
वाला ज्ञान कहेंगे उसको।
ओके, एक बार मैं
कभी
वापस
कुछ
करता हूँ।
यूज कर ली, कभी कुछ यूज कर लिया।
ये
एक
लीजिए,
श्रृंखला नहीं था, कोई क्रम नहीं था।
जितनी बार आपने लिंक पूछा है
जानकारियां
उतनी
थी,
बार मैं
पर
आपको,
यूज कैसे करना है
ताकि
क्रमबद्ध
चूके नहीं।
तरीके से।
आई डोंट वांट एनीबॉडी टू मिस।
तो वो सारा कुछ काफी उसमें वैल्यू ऐड हो गए। मैं तो कहता हूँ 100% ही वैल्यू ऐड हुए। कहते हैं जैसे पानी को दिशा मिल जाए तो उसका बहाव जो है तेज हो जाता है।
Here is the link. Yes.
कुछ ऐसा ही मेरे साथ
It
एक
was going
घटना
to
घटी।
individuals. Fine.
और 7 दिन का कोर्स था, लेकिन 7 दिन में जो चीजें बताई गई वस्तुतः वह मतलब एक
Do you find the link?
अनमोल नहीं कहेंगे, ये चीजें उपलब्ध है।
Do you see the link now?
कैसे इसको आपने खुद यूज करनी है, ये चीज कोई नहीं सिखा सकता। तो इस चीजों को आपने जो है बड़ा सरल मतलब बिल्कुल सरल तरीके से
Please go ahead and register now,
कैसे, जैसे कि
because this
मोड में
offer is valid only for today and that too.
एक तो नहीं, कितनी तरह की सेटिंग्स हैं, तो ये सारी चीजें कब कहाँ क्या यूज करनी है, तो ये मुझे काफी थोड़ा सा प्रैक्टिस भी करी इसके बाद मैंने। तो वो चीजें अब एक आदत धीरे धीरे से बनती जा रही है और मुझे उम्मीद है कि जितनी भी चीजें हैं वो अपने आप जुड़ती चली जाएंगी। तो मैं काफी धन्यवाद ज्ञापन करता हूँ सर का और टीम का भी, जिन्होंने इतने अच्छे तरीके से सारा कुछ इस कोर्स और मॉड्यूल को एक मुकाम तक कहेंगे, अंत नहीं कहेंगे, हम मुकाम तक लाके खड़ा किया है और इस मुकाम से हम फिर आगे बढ़ेंगे निश्चित। धन्यवाद सर, धन्यवाद।
Right? I want to put a timer to it. Let me see. How do you put the timer? Yeah. Okay. 20 minutes. The offer is valid only for 20 minutes. This is the only requirement. Okay. And now what I'm going to do is I'm going to ask you to put on your audios and videos so that आप मुझे प्रश्न पूछ सके. Come on, raise your hands so that I can unmute you. Raise your hands. Ladies and gentlemen, did you get the links? Did you get the links in the chat? Please confirm. Meeting group chat. Okay, because come on guys, the offer is valid only for the next 19 minutes now. Please register and confirm. And for all those people who want to have a word with me, Pankaj A, I'm asking you to unmute. Yes. Yes, please unmute. Okay. Yes, Pankaj. Pankaj, are you able to unmute?
Yes, sir. Can you hear me, sir?
Yes, Pankaj. I can hear you loud and
Yes,
clear.
Thank you for the wonderful session. Can you also share the link on WhatsApp group? Somehow I'm not able to access the Zoom link from this chat.
Okay, I will do
It
that.
will be easy for me to
But
register.
then the link in the chat is there. You are able to access from the chat, or can you see that? Okay.
It's coming, but somehow I'm not able to
Yeah,
click.
yeah, I will do that. I will share it in the chat. That's a good suggestion. Let me do that. Yes. So how did you find today's session? Fine? Good?
It was great, sir. And one more question I have.
Huh.
In the main course, like in the week 2 and week 3, you said that we will have some assignments. Can you talk more about that and how do we submit the photographs for review?
Yes. So it is like 3 assignment, 1 per week, right? And I will be teaching you how to go about the assignment. How to do the assignment will be taught to you live with our model Natalia here and other things. You have to follow that particular class. In fact, you will be given a video of it also. Every setting, every technique, every camera thing that you need to do will be provided to you in the form of a camera recorded video apart from the live session. And you have to just go out with your camera and click pictures by following the video. And you have to submit the photo in the WhatsApp group where you will be present. All those people who registered today will be part of the WhatsApp group, a new group where only the registered members are going to be incorporated, and you will have access to all the bonuses and stuff. So in that group, you will be posting your pictures. And
Got it. And
we will be
yes.
meeting the next time on Zoom call, and we will be displaying the picture. And then I will be telling you what are the good points, what are the things to improve, and what should be avoided, so that you can
Got
learn
it. And
from.
sir, yes. And sir, one last thing. Can I ask?
Yes, yes, please.
Yes. So when you say we'll be getting 3 kinds of assignment, so what kind of assignments, like we have to take bird pictures or nature pictures, or it is upon us?
Yes. So I already mentioned in the slide that assignment number 1 will be on panning technique. Okay. So there is a technique in photography called panning, used for moving subject, which gives you a sense of speed. That will be one topic. Second would be light trails. You would have seen those pictures on calendars and on Instagram where you see the vehicles moving and the red light following it and the white light following it. You have seen those pictures. I will tell you how to click those kind of pictures. I'll be teaching you high HDR photography. Okay, because your camera is equipped to meter just for the highlights and shadows. But then if you want to get the best of both the worlds, HDR is the technique that you should be using. So these are some high-end techniques you will be learning, because already the basis would be done in the 7-day program, and you will be learning these special techniques.
All right, sir. Thank you. I'll just register and confirm in chat in some
Yes,
time.
please, because this offer is only
Okay.
valid for the next 14 minutes. Guys, all those people who already registered, please confirm it on the in the chat so that I can check my backend and confirm whether I received the payment. Right. Anybody else who would like to? Yes. Anybody else who would like to have a word with me? Come on, raise your hands. Yogesh. Yogesh, मैं आपका अनम्यूट कर रहा हूं माइक. आप कृपा करके एक्सेप्ट कीजिए उसको.
Hello, sir.
हाँ जी, योगेश.
Sir, what is there are a couple of things I just want to confirm with you. Timing किती असतं असणार आहे?
Timing is going to be 9 p.m. Okay.
9 p.m. to
10:30. दीड तास, 1.5 hours.
Okay. It will be online.
It will be online, just like we are
Just now.
engaging today on Zoom call. Zoom link will be shared. Okay.
Okay.
But then, unlike today's session where you are all mute, your videos were off, you are not able to ask questions intermittently. Since we will be having a small group, okay, your videos and all will be active, wherein you will be able to ask questions then and there itself. That is the difference.
Okay. Second thing is that by chance, we missed some class by chance because I have been traveling to go to
Uh,
Mumbai. Sometimes
Recording
I may
of
not
that
be able
program.
to attend.
Yes. Recording of that
Uh-huh.
program will be shared after the class for all those people who would miss the
Okay.
live session. The recording will be available for 30 days. You have to consume it within 30 days.
Okay.
After which
Mhm.
the links will be disabled. But not to forget, you also have access to the
It can be
live.
downloaded. It can
Huh?
be downloaded. It can be downloaded. The recording can be downloaded.
No, the recording cannot be downloaded. It's all proprietary courses. Okay, so it will be only available
Okay.
to you for 30 days. But then what you have access to is the lifetime access to the videos in the form of spoon feed bundle. There also you will find these videos. Clear? Right. Anybody else? Raj Singh.
Okay.
Raj Singh, आपका
ठीक है
मैं
सर.
माइक. हाँ, yeah.
So, I cannot see you. Anyway,
Yeah, just mute your mic. Let me see. Raj Singh. Yes, Raj Singh, बताइए. मैंने आपको अनम्यूट कर दिया है.
Hello.
हाँ.
Good afternoon, sir.
Good afternoon.
Hello. So I'm using US 600D Canon. Is it okay for this sessions?
Any camera with a manual mode is good enough. 600D तो फिर भी बहुत बढ़िया कैमरा है.
Okay. If I will miss some sessions because I'm going to Leh on 18th of August.
18th of August. अरे बढ़िया है. 11 तारीख तक आपका कोर्स कंप्लीट हो जाएगा. फर्स्ट वीक.
Okay.
जो आपको सीखना है लेह लद्दाख में, जो आपको लैंडस्केप्स निकालने हैं, वो तो हम पूरा 13 तारीख तक विल बी कंप्लीटिंग इट. Okay,
right,
later
sir.
on it will be practice session, so you might as well do the practice at Ladakh.
Okay, because I will not be able to be a professional photographer. I'm just a amateur photographer.
No problem.
So maybe last classes I will attend, but I will be focused on early sessions. What I am thinking, sir.
I mean, see, it's if you register today, the 3-week photography assignments is a bonus.
Okay, sir.
Okay. Which I think you should make best use of it. अगर मिस करते हैं तो रिकॉर्डिंग आपको रहेगा.
Okay, sir. That recording will be on WhatsApp group.
Yes, it will be shared to you through WhatsApp, through email. You will not miss it.
Right, sir.
Okay.
Right, sir. Thank you,
Yes,
sir.
only
Thank
10 minutes, Raj. I would request if you're interested, please get it done at the offer price. Otherwise, you will get only the 1-week program.
Okay, sir.
Even though you will get the discount of at 5,000, but it will be only for 1 week. No bonuses.
Okay.
Please go ahead.
Okay, sir.
Right. Anybody else? Raise your hands. चलिए दोस्तों, all those people who are already registered, please confirm it on the chat.
देगा.
या राज म्यूट कर देंगे प्लीज. एक मिनट में करना पड़ता है. ओके, ठीक है. Anybody else who has a question? I am happy to take your questions, whether it is regarding the course or on the topics that we covered today. Please share. Raise your hands. How do you raise your hands? Somewhere at the bottom you see this panel जहां पे आपको रिएक्ट करके एक बटन दिखेगा. रिएक्ट पे दबाइए. वहां पे आपको एक हाथ उठाया हुआ बंदा दिखेगा. उसको आप प्रेस कीजिए. वो मुझे दिखेगा तो मैं आपको करूंगा. चलिए गाइस, लास्ट 8 minutes. राज सिंह, योगेश, व्हाट विल बी द टाइमिंग? मैंने आप सबके क्वेश्चंस आंसर कर दिए. कुछ बचा है? यस योगेश, लाइट ट्रेल्स. राइट. देखिए, मैं अभी आपका रिव्यू कर सकता हूं. फोटो, नेवर क्लिक अ पिक्चर इन डार्क. Click it during the twilight, the golden hour. Okay, sunset के बाद में आधा पौना घंटा, 1 घंटा. चलिए. Okay. राइट. ग्रुप में भी लिंक शेयर कर देते हैं ताकि सबको मिले. राइट. एवरीबडी इज क्लियर अबाउट द प्रोग्राम? कोई दिक्कत तो नहीं है? राइट. जैसे ही आप जाओगे 4999 का कॉस्ट आपको दिखेगा. आपको ईमेल, नेम एंड टेलीफोन नंबर डालना है. आपको मोड ऑफ पेमेंट सिलेक्ट करना है. यू कैन सिलेक्ट क्रेडिट कार्ड और यूपीआई से भी कर सकते हैं. गूगल पे, पेटीएम, ये भी अलाउड है. आप उसका भी इस्तेमाल कर सकते हैं. और जैसे ही आप सक्सेसफुल पेमेंट हो जाता है, द अल्टीमेट फोटोग्राफी स्पून फीड बंडल आपको डाउनलोड करने के लिए पेज खुल जाएगा. आपको डाउनलोड यहां से करना है. थोड़ा वेट करके यू सी दिस पेज, यू डाउनलोड. अगर हड़बड़ी में मिस आउट हो जाता है तो आपको ईमेल चेक करना है. ईमेल पे भी आपको डाउनलोड का ऑप्शन मिलेगा. और फिर ये डेट्स यहाँ पे बताई जाएंगे. 5 तारीख से आपका प्रोग्राम स्टार्ट हो रहा है. क्लियर? नो मोर कंफ्यूजन? नो कंफ्यूजन? राइट. ग्रेट. चलिए. चलिए, किन लोगों ने रजिस्टर किया है बताइए मुझे, ताकि मैं कंफर्म कर पाऊं आपके बैकएंड से. What is the time left? Yes. Come on, guys. Last few minutes left. Okay. Anybody has any questions? Please confirm my payment, says Raj Singh. Yeah, Raj, just give me a moment. Okay, so Raj Singh, Raj59, Raj59 @gmail.com. Your payment has been received. Manish, for your payment has been received. Dr. Sarvanel, your payment has been received. Right? I get to see only the email, so I'm just where are the names? Yes, here it is. नाम नहीं दिखाई दे रहा है. So राज, आपका तो मैंने कंफर्म कर दिया है, राइट? weserene@gmail.com. weserene joy travel tourism@gmail.com. Payment received. Thank you. Right. So last 5 minutes and the offer will be closing today. Great. Yes, Raj Singh, you can leave now, right? Chaliye. So, ladies and gentlemen, take your time in the next 5 minutes, register and confirm. The free cheat sheets link has been already shared in the chat. For all those people who have still not downloaded, please do it, because it is not going to be shared in the WhatsApp group or anywhere else, but only in the group. Okay, please go ahead and download the cheat sheets also, which was part of the program. Chali. Okay. Tata, see you, bye bye. And I'm leaving the link still on for the next 4 minutes. Okay, I'm sharing the link one more time. Right. So the link is here. For one last time, sharing the link. And see you on 5th. Fine? Charlie. Come on, guys. Ugh.